Hey everyone. So Tuesday, the 19th of April, and yet another good day. We've seemed to have put a little bit of a winning streak together, so I'm getting a little bit nervous now because you get an extended winning streak and they're usually kind of followed by a big red day or a losing streak. So I want to try and keep this winning streak going as long as possible. So today was a good day. We 5,800 green on the day. We traded 5 different stocks and only one of them went against us. And funnily enough, it was VERU, which has been very good to us over the last week. And we've made a lot of money. So I'm not too worried about VERU going against us. We lost $410 on that. And that sounds like a lot of money. But in the grand scheme of things, today we could afford to lose, of any day, we could afford to lose $400 on. Right. So before we go into the trades, just remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and if you're enjoying watching me trade live, if you're enjoying the content, hit the notification bell. I do go trade live every single day before the market opens, at least an hour before the market opens, sometimes two. And if you hit the notification bell, you get notified every time I go live. If you want to know how I'm trading and the methodologies that I'm using and the strategies that keep me profitable consistently, then check out the links in the description. Benzinga is the platform I use for scanners and to find stocks to trade. But also, I'll teach you exactly how to trade the way I trade with the course that's in the description. So check that out. And in the meantime, enjoy today's trade recap. Hey, how's it going? Well, the first trade that we took today, one of five, was one of the best trades that we took. So it was ATER. Now, ATER was a continuation. It's getting a lot of attention on likes of Reddit and other social media platforms for potential short squeeze. And it had been moving up the last few days quite well, quite consistently in terms of its percentage gains as well. It wasn't actually moving up pre-market. It was down slightly pre-market up until the point where a little after 9 o'clock, it started to move up and it became green on the day. So we saw this little move up, a pop, if you will, and we were looking for the pullback. Uh, Ideally, I would have liked to pull back to the VWAP or a pullback to previous day's closing price, which is this dotted line here, to test it as support. We've got a pullback. We've got a kind of a good pullback, and then we were looking for the next candle to make a new high, which was this green candle here. So this is where we entered for the break of the high of this candle. We started taking profits relatively quickly, so we got a good kind of cushion on the day to start off with ATER. And we traded it into the open. We held the position into the open, and it did pull back. It moved up towards kind of 680s, nearly 690, and we actually took some profit at that stage. And it did pull back all the way to the VWAP at the open, but we held through that, and it continued to move up. So we was able to take profits, add to the position, continue to take profits as it pulled down. We actually got stopped out here. We exited the position here at 694, 693, and then it started to move up again. So then we wanted to see it break highs. It was kind of 710 was the level that we were looking for, and we got that. So we took a position and we took profit up here at 720, 10 cent move, but it started to pull back. We exited for a little better than break even, 712, and it pulled all the way back, went down below the VWAP before then moving up again. We got in there a quick pop here for the break of highs, almost in kind of a bull flag fashion. So the first candle to make new highs, it broke the VWAP here. That's where we got in for our entry position. We took half of our position off here at 696. As it came back down again, we got out of that position for break even. Then we started watching this, and our next position we got in. We were looking to get in for the break of these highs here at just over $7, and we got in. It was at 701, I think it was 702, and we got in for the break of $7, the whole dollar level. It ran up 10 cents, and we took some profits. And then when it started to come back down again, we got out for a little bit of profit on the rim. That set us up. That was kind of, we never went red on the day as a result of that. That really set us up. We were $1,600 up on the day, and then we went to VERU. So VERU was for us a really good stock last week. We tried to trade it to very well, and at the open we saw that it pumped up. Whilst we were trading ATER, it pumped up. It went up to the $half level, 12.50, then came all the way back down to the VWAP. It got a bounce on the VWAP, and what we were looking for was this next candle to make a new high, and that's where we got in. So we looked for the next candle to make a new high, but we kind of got a bit of a fake out. It didn't pump up. It didn't follow through as we expected it to. It pulled back. And we exited. I think we gave that, got in there at 12.31, and we got out there 20 cents less. So we gave that 20 cents, and it cost us. We were like just over $200 down on that one, but we still had the cushion that we'd built up with ATER. So that was good. Then one of the other stocks that was moving up for us was STSS, and this we were up and down with it to start off with. But we did end up making some money. Our first position, it was a small loss. We were looking for the move back up, if you will. We had this huge pump. We were looking for a bull flag. If we look at this on the 1 minute, zoom in. On the 1 minute, you can actually see that there was quite a bit of a bull flag setup that we were looking for, but again, we got faked out. So on the pullback down here, we looked for this, and this candle made a new high. It moved up. We didn't get the range that we wanted in terms of taking profit. It pulled back, but we gave it a bit of room, and when it pulled back a bit too far, we exited. It continued to pull back all the way to the VWAP. And as soon as we got the VWAP, again, we looked for that VWAP bounce. So the next candle to make a new high, and we got in there here for the break of 310 for the move up to make a new high. We thought we were going to get a fake out. It pulled it back a little bit, and then it started to move up. Then we took some profit, and we exited the position here before it pulled back. It did move up. We looked at something else in the meantime. We traded this a little bit later, just after 10:30. I made another little bit of profit here, and we continued to make some profits. So we got in here for just over $3, moved up, took some profit at the $0.25 level, and we added some more here up at 329, 330. And then we put a stop in place at that stage. So we've still got a cushion from our original entry point, but we put a stop in place here. And because we'd added to our position, we didn't adjust the stop. So at this point, we were 3,500 shares, and I'd added a stop at 2,500. So we got stopped out here for the 2,500, but I was already still in for the 1,000. So that was my own mistake, a silly mistake for not paying attention. And it was too late when I realized that I still had 1,000 shares in the position, and I exited just for the break of the VWAP, which didn't happen. In hindsight, I probably could have added to my position for bounce on the VWAP and brought it back up for a nice little additional trade there. So that wasn't too bad. STSS, it wasn't as if we were losing money with that. We didn't trade that any further the rest of the day. What we did trade was CASA. So CASA was the one we traded yesterday. Primarily, it was the biggest trade we had yesterday, and we started off. We were looking up here, and we got in for a break of pre-market highs, and it pulled back on us. We added to the position, just averaged down a little bit. It's a very strong position. It looked very strong. So we added to the position, and then we took some profits on the way up. It then I wanted it. I was expecting it to move up at $7, but it actually didn't. So it just started ranging sideways. So we took profits here, here, and here. We added to the position here for the move back up again. It did get up towards 678. And we should have taken profits up there, and we ended up just getting out of the position at kind of just under 670. We were watching this. We did try and trade it again. We lost out on the next entry. We got in for 637, and we exited when it pulled back. It didn't break the VWAP. It moved up to the VWAP and was rejected, and because we got this huge pullback. And I was looking for the next candle. So we've got this doji, and a doji it's usually a good indicator for a change in sentiment. You get that doji, it means that the bears and the bulls are having that battle, and nobody's really winning. And because we've got this tail, this bottom tail doji, it's usually a good change in sentiment. We've pulled all the way back down, so I'm thinking, okay, well, the next candle to make a new high, which was this candle, we'll jump in and ride it up. We're looking for, I think we were looking for 20 cents. It got rejected at the VWAP, so we stopped out for a small loss, and we finished CASA just over $500 in profit. That's a win. That's a good position for us to be in. Then we moved on to SEV. Now, SEV, it was a very good trade for us, and we traded this quite a bit for the rest of the day. So this popped up onto the scanners with high volume. It was moving up quite quickly, and it moved up into a halt. We had this halt here at 622. It then resumed. It gapped up on the resumption at 631, so it's a 9 cent gap up. It moved up and had this pullback all the way back down to the VWAP area. At this point, we were thinking, okay, this stock's looking really good. It's looking really strong. So we want to get in at the next candle to make a new high, which was here. So the high of this candle was just over 620. We got in at 625, I believe it was, and we rolled this up to 650, and we took some profits, and then half the position off, and then we got stopped out for break even for the rest. On the way back up, we were looking for another entry position. It was very volatile, but we're looking for another entry. We got in here at 680, rode it all the way up. We added to our position up here and took some profit at the same time, the $0.25 level, just over $7, 7.25. When it started to pull back, we exited our position there, just over $7, 7.10. It bounced, pulled all the way back to the VWAP area, bounced, and we waited for confirmation of the rise up because this was quite a big flush. So we waited for the confirmation that we were getting, both in terms of the level 2 and the speed of the tape, that we were getting people buying it up at a discount, if you will. So we got the volume following through. As it started to make its way back up, we bought back in, and we took another position, and we brought it up. Didn't quite make the 750 level, and then when it started to pull back, we took our profits there, and that was a good trade. That set us up really well for the rest of the day. We did try to take a trade here, but it went against us, so we lost a little bit. We gave a little bit off there, but then a little bit later we got in here just over the VWAP, the break of new highs. Again, we lost, gained back a little bit. So getting a little bit frustrated at this stage. We made a good start to the day, but we're giving back incremental pieces. And of course, every time we're giving it back a little bit, the commissions are mounting up and eating into the profits. So we were waiting for confirmation. I think our next trade was VERU again, and at this stage we made another loss. We're looking for new highs, so we bought in here. It pulled back. We actually added to the position before exiting. So VERU, we finished almost $500 down, $410 down for us on VERU, and not great, not great. Then we went back to SEV, which is what we continued to trade for the rest of the morning, as it were. And we've got this pullback. Saw this pullback. We're looking for the next candle to make a new high. We should have got in just over 730s. We're a little bit slow to the trigger, and we got in there at just over 740s. It rode up. We got a really nice fill. We took some profit at 760s. It went all the way up to 790s before it then started to pull back. We traded the range in between, and we made quite a nice little profit with SEV. We made in total nearly $4,000 with SEV on the day. So all in all, we finished the day $5,865 up trade profit and loss. But because we'd had quite a few small losses as well, but the commissions and the charges and everything adds up, we were very tight with the stops. So we didn't lose a lot on the actual trade profit and loss, but we did lose on the commission. So our net profit on the day is a little over $4,000, so $4,200. For me, that's a great one. And I know that I've got a target myself this year of averaging $5,000 a day. And whilst I've not been doing that this month, $4,000 is probably the closest I've got this month. As far as I'm concerned, $4,000 is a very, very good day by anyone's stretch of the imagination. So I hope you enjoyed the summary of today's trades. Nearly $6,000 in trade profit and loss. That can only be deemed as a good day. When we're starting with a relatively small equity position, we're starting with a equity position of $19,600 to make almost $6,000 in profit. It can all be conceived as a huge win. That's almost 30% in terms of gains on the day. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm very happy with today's trading. The way that we traded the stocks and the moves today was very good. The way we managed our risks was very good. And all in all, the only thing I'm a little bit disappointed at is the amount of commissions I have to pay. But that's the same as every other day that I'm trading. But if you've enjoyed the trade recap, if you've enjoyed watching me trade, and you want to know how I'm doing that, check out the links in the description, as I mentioned previously, and join us live. You learn a lot more from the live stream, watching me do this live every single day. Join me live. I'll be trading live tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. So that'll be 8 a.m. East Coast time. It will be where I'm based. It'll be 1 p.m. London or Dublin time where I'm based. So come join us. Add your comments and input to the stream. Everybody's welcome, and hopefully everybody learns a little bit. Look forward to seeing you there.